I got I got bullied a shit ton at school, and I mean a shit ton.
Who did you get bullied by? Who did you get bullied by, Callum?
Well,
Was it
let's
teachers or was it fellow students?
about I would say about 70% of the students at school.
Okay, so was bullied by school for having a ridiculous haircut and wearing SpongeBob SquarePants underpants. Okay, Callum, I'm just checking my watch now. That is time. That is time. That is all the time that we have for your therapy session. We will be resuming next time.
So this
But
is
for
a
now, I
therapy
would like
session now.
to move on to yes, like I said earlier before. Now, right, I think it's now time to move on to Chrissy. Okay, Chrissy, now for your session, I would like you to take us back to the first time you stole a boy's butt virginity. Well, according to the police records, you did. They pretty much caught you in the act in the first time they did it. You were naked, apart from with a couple. According to a police statement, on the first time that they caught you raping a boy of his butt for duty, they said that they busted through your bedroom door whilst you two were completely naked. And Carla, before I move on, I'm not talking about this is from another boy that she was acquainted with.
Right?
Anyway, okay, so the police busted in Chrissy's bedroom. She was naked, apart from her wearing Hello Kitty pink socks, and the boy was completely naked and crying with a possible mascara running down his eye.
Sorry for a
Possibly
bit of an
a
interruption
goth
here.
person.
Sorry for an interruption here, but how did
Go on,
you
Mr.
know?
Phillips.
How did you know what went on?
I'm reading the police report right here.
Oh, carry on.
I have connections.
You have Tesco connection.
No, Mr. Phillips, and we will be talking about your obsession with internet connections in the next session. Uh, please make your way to reception and make an appointment for, let's say 9 o'clock.
Righto.
Okay, now back to you, Chrissy. According to the reports, you were completely booked naked, the both of you, except for you were wearing a strap-on and wearing pink Hello Kitty socks. Um, and you were talking in a Pikachu voice, from what the officer has described here, saying while saying "Pikachu, bitch, Pikachu, motherfucker." Um, According to police report, the boy was so traumatized by this action caused by you, Chrissy, that later on, after he was admitted to the hospital, he committed suicide. So, yeah, not really a good start here. I mean, Chrissy, I know that you like Callum a lot, but I think the butt rape is a little bit too much. I mean, what happened to the good old days of just like meeting each other up in the park and, talking about each other's feelings and giving each other like shitty gifts like they do on, the day formerly known as Valentine's Day, but it's now called Bedroom Olympics Week because that is the way that we do things now. So fuck off if you believe in Valentine's Day. So anyway, so yeah, in my opinion, Chrissy, I think you need to lower down on the butt rape pitch. I mean, how long do you think you can get away with stuff like that before the Canadian authorities will arrest you and send you on death row for something heinous like this? I mean, it was pretty much a miracle that Callum is still alive with us today. Chrissy, I know I know, it's hard for you to accept that you took those boys' butt virginity, and you traumatized their lives, Callum's included. But you have to accept the fact that you made a few mistakes, and now is the time to stand up for yourself and say, yes, I did make a few mistakes. Yes, take those boys' butt virginity. But I am a new person now. I will become a new Chrissy. I will become a better person.
The thing is, Chrissy is innocent because she didn't know me back in that time.
Well, according to police reports here, Mr. Phillips, she has a bit of a reputation for stalking, if you know what I mean. According to police reports, after Chrissy was taken away after she violated you, Mr. Phillips, they found a shrine dedicated to Mr. Phillips with pictures, a load of random pictures of Mr. Phillips taken from a distance away, including pictures taken from his Facebook account as well, and a couple of items belonging to Mr. Cameron Phillips. Three items: uh, a little blob of used chewing gum, which, according to police, which was chewed on by Mr. Callum Phillips. A bloody tissue, which later on the sometime during the interaction of Callum and Chrissy, Callum got a little bit of a nosebleed and decided to clean himself up, and Chrissy decided to keep the bloody tissue and put it to the shrine. And the third item is a pair of shit-stained underwear, which Callum did use before he desecrated himself.
This is a lot of
Well,
information on this report. Did you write all this down?
no, this is what the police have wrote down, Mr. Phillips.
Well, yeah, I know, but
I
oh god.
So yeah, so she not only has she been stalking you, Mr. Phillips, but she has built a shrine dedicated to you. So she's a bit of a what the Japanese call a yandere.
Jesus Christ. It never stops,
So
does it?
yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised if I look even further into Chrissy's dark past that there will be accounts of murder. And what? I didn't mention anything about a dog. I said dark past.
I didn't even know you had a dog. Lol.
Right, so okay, so what we established today in this session is that Callum has been a victim before, and Chrissy has done this kind of heinous stuff before to other victims. Now, if if now since you two are still have a liking for each other, even though I do find it a little bit strange, especially for you, Mr. Phillips, considering that she has tormented you, violated you, and humiliated you, and gone all above. I would reckon you two need a break from each other. That will be the best course of action. Um, of course, this may lead to Chrissy finding, other boys to violate, but thankfully, from what I've from what I've read in the police reports, she is under 24-hour surveillance. So if she comes 20 yards of another boy near her age, then she will be arrested on the spot and taken to court. For Mr. Phillips, he is also on 24-hour surveillance, but this time for suicide watch. Okay, and so yeah, so my recommendation for the both of you is to take a break from each other. Just have a break from each other, and have a lot of time to think about the actions that have happened over the last few months. And Chrissy, I do hope that you know that you see the error of your ways and hope to seek forgiveness and become a new and better person. And Mr. Phillips, I do hope that yeah. I mean, we are talking about rape.
It's just getting worse and worse. Okay.
Mr. Phillips, I do hope that your physical recovery goes well. For your
Okay,
mental
let's change the
recovery,
subject. A
that,
nicer subject
that,
now. Let's
that,
talk about my
shut
internet.
up! Do not talk over me, you son of a bitch, otherwise I will gut your throat. Anyway, so, like I said before, I hope your physical recovery goes really well. And for your mental recovery, well, that's basically in my hands at the moment. But I think we are. Wake up! I think we are making progress here. So, that will do for now, ladies and gentlemen. I will leave you to whatever it is you do, whether it be talking about Pokemon Go fuck yourself or other random shit or whatever you crazy Canadians do. So yeah, we'll see you back in the next session. All right.